how far away do you think we are from a key moment in human history when the majority of the world's population, and perhaps more influentially, the majority of the world's power holders, realized that human survival would be better served by putting society, including non-acquaintances, people we don't know, before ourselves, and thereby making us a mature enough world to live in democracy?
I don't know how far away we are from it, but if we don't approach it pretty soon, there won't be any human species to speculate about. Among the people we have to be concerned about are, for example, our own grandchildren. The actions that power centers are now taking very seriously threatens the existence of the species. And these are not abstract considerations. In fact, just a day or two ago, two nuclear submarines, French and English, collided in the ocean. Well, fortunately, it wasn't a very serious collision, but if it had been a serious collision, there could be radiation and nuclear waste all over large parts of the ocean, with effects that completely unpredictable. Not just long before that, two satellites collided, a Russian and an American satellite. Well, fortunately, they didn't have space weapons on them or nuclear energy power sources. But if they had, and pretty soon they will as things are developing, that could have led to a global disaster. Every day we're acting in ways which increase the threat of ecological catastrophe. In fact, many scientists think we've passed a tipping point and there won't be much that we can do about it. So just take these two issues alone, nuclear destruction and environmental catastrophe. They are looming, and they are not the only problems that are looming. There's also a serious problem of a possible pandemic. So if there are diseases that are spreading and nobody understands exactly how, and if they led to a pandemic, that could have huge consequences, and virtually nothing is being done to set up the infrastructure and the preventive mechanisms and other social devices that would restrict these to something less than catastrophic. Quite apart from that, right now, there are roughly 1 billion people on the earth who are barely surviving because they can't feed themselves. Well, that's a pretty dangerous consequence too. In fact, I just read a newspaper article which condemned the great powers of the West because they're pouring huge resources into trying to save their collapsing financial institutions, but are putting only the most minuscule resources into trying to do something to prevent 1 billion people from starving, which can be done. Now, as it happened, this newspaper was in Bangladesh. I didn't read that in a newspaper in New York or London or Paris. But the problem is very real, and it's our problem. We have the resources to deal with it. So until what you're describing takes place, the human species is in serious danger. So it better take place soon, though unfortunately there are few signs of it.